Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is once again facing online mockery, this time after an awkward verbal stumble during his Memorial Day address at Arlington National Cemetery on Monday. The 45-year-old Secretary of War joined President Trump and Vice President Vance during Monday's wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier before delivering a speech honoring America's fallen service members. During one emotional section of the speech, Hegseth appeared to lose his train of thought and awkwardly stumbled over his words before correcting himself.
That first Decoration Day knew what we know on this Memorial Day, that these graves are more than names and dates with a dash in between. Each grave marker is a story. The young American on the battlefield away from home, he stayed in contact with loved ones by writing letters.
The awkward moment immediately exploded online, with critics brutally mocking what many called an accidental Freudian slip. One user wrote, quote, "He never has any idea what he's saying." Another mocked Hegseth by writing, quote, "I guess his tongue is moving faster than his brain, a common problem of people who are constantly spreading BS." And a third person joked, quote, "He probably plays with action figures at home, worst Secretary of Defense ever." One user labeled Pete a, quote, "fool," while another called him a clown. But critics were quick to point out this is far from the first time Hegseth has gone viral for a speech blunder. Just last month, the Secretary of Defense was widely mocked after reading out what many believed was a serious religious verse during a military-style speech, only for internet users to realize the line actually came from Quentin Tarantino's 1994 film, Pulp Fiction. What happens when a Pentagon sermon sounds more like a movie scene? Because that's exactly what people are saying after Pete Hegseth delivered a prayer on April 15 this year that wasn't from the Bible at all. Instead, it appears to have been lifted from a cult classic film. During the sermon, Hegseth spoke lines about the path of a downed aviator being surrounded by, quote, "the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men," then continued.
This prayer was recited by Sandy 1, which is one of the Sandys, to all Sandys, all those A-10 crews, prior to all CSAR missions, but especially this CSAR mission that happened in real time. They call it CSAR 2517. Which I think is meant to reflect Ezekiel 25:17. So the prayer is CSAR 25:17, and it reads, and pray with me, please. "The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee." And amen.
They were lines adapted from the film Pulp Fiction, written by Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avary. In the movie, the speech is delivered by Samuel L. Jackson right before a violent scene, with the character claiming it comes from the Bible, specifically Ezekiel 25:17. But in reality, it's largely fictional, which means a moment meant to be spiritual quickly turned into a viral talking point. One user wrote, quote, "Coming from the same administration that told the Pope to stay out of politics, this feels like an SNL skit." Another mocked the moment, saying, quote, "A Pulp Fiction Bible verse at the Pentagon, like no one would notice. This is a clown show." And one comment went even further, taking aim at religious credibility itself.